Whether it's racing through enchanted meadows or rescuing a lost of friend, Sue and Scoopy's adventures remind us that every day can lead to a heroic story. With the pride of having a galaxy of empowered people today in the Orange City, a very good morning to all of you. Good morning. This is Sanchini Bagale, delighted and privileged to welcome you all to the 6th edition of Orange City Literature Festival, organized by SGR Foundation in association with GH Raisoni University, powered by Raisoni Education. So now let's hear it for the holistic approach to Zoo, Scoopy and their wild adventurers, a journey of heroes, friendship and fun. This captivating story promises to take us on an exciting journey filled with laughter, challenges and the power of companionship. We will discover how friendship can conquer all obstacles while celebrating the spirit of adventure. Get ready to dive into a world where every twist and turns brings a new lesson and unforgettable memories. Today, we are with us Ms. Mamati Chari is an accomplished author, artist, and illustrator based in Chennai, known for her deep knowledge and multilingual skills. Although she holds a master's degree in English, her creative talents span various languages and genres, appealing to readers of all ages. She is particularly celebrated for her graceful use of both Tamil and English. Her works are published under her own name and her pseudonym Maya Spark. Her works are published under her own, a passionate advocate for animals and the environment. Mamati also supports causes against child abuse and domestic violence. She plays a significant role in promoting education as an active donor, contributing organs, skins, limbs, stem cells, blood, and hair. In addition to her writing, she has made a name for herself as a pioneering television host, model, actor, and celebrity radio jockey. She is also a poet, the creator of children's series like Geti Kuti and Makkukutti. Yes. Is it fine? Oh. And the curator of Cural Moodle. Until recently, she worked as a screen producer and director as well as in advertising. Ms. Mamati has published several books, including The Making of Heroes and Kuttingal Kural. She plans to release more titles in the near future, including Fury of the Forgotten and Kural for Kids. She has pledged the royalties for her works to organizations like the Blue Cross of India and the Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu. Recently, some of her writings are being considered for school curriculums. Her forthcoming illustrated series aims to cater to early readers. As the topic is very captivating that can make all of us to dwell into forgetting the time frame, I really must appreciate the guest for the session for having accepted and structured this topic into 40 minutes, inclusive of the audience questionnaire. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I would like to hand over the session to Ms. Mamati Chari. Please join us welcoming Ms. Mamati Chari on this stage.
Jeevani, madam, that was so nice of you. And thank you all, guys. Which school are you from?
GH Raisoni Public School, Sukli.
Nice. Now, to pick up where we left off, we were talking about, where's the other mic? Do the na? ठीक है, अब तब तक एक ही माइक में काम चलाएंगे. आप बैठिए. We were talking about herbivores, and I asked what herbivores were, and you guys said they eat plants and grass and trees, not trees, no, or leaves, bushes. And I said vegetarian, and everybody said yes. And I asked whether vegetarian means vegan, and everybody said no. So now we're going to have this explanation by introduce yourself and tell us, please.
My name is Katya. My name is Katya. I'm studying class 7. Difference between a vegan and vegetarian is vegan does not eat dairy products, where vegetarian eats dairy products.
So now, this is something I really like talking about.
Hello.
Vegans don't eat dairy products. Vegetarians eat dairy products. Now, what are dairy products? Ladies? What are dairy products? Bread is, okay, yeah, some breads you use milk in. Milk is the product. Bread is a byproduct. So, cheese, curd, butter, ghee for parathas. All of it comes from milk. And where does milk come from? Sheep, camel, all sorts of animals. But donkey. But aren't these animal products? Where does milk come from? Isn't milk an animal product? So if milk is a product of an animal, why are we calling it vegetarian?
But because there is no harm to animals nowadays.
You really think there is no harm to animals? So, do you guys know how we're going off topic a little bit, but do you know how the dairy industry works?
Yeah.
Do you know when a cow produces milk? A cow, any milch cattle, okay, I'm going to call it milch cattle, which means milk giving cattle. Bovine. Bovines are animals with hooves, with multiple stomachs. Any milch animal. Do you know when they produce milk?
At morning.
At morning. Anybody? Okay, which period of their life do they produce milk? In the morning. Which period of their life, Baba? Not of the day. Think. Okay, as human babies, we drink mother's milk and grow up, right?
Yes.
So, when did our mothers produce milk?
And we took
No, not their age. At which point of time in their life? When you were babies, no? When we were all tiny babies. When we were just born, till about whatever, 3 years or 4 years. In India, babies drink mother's milk for longer as compared to other countries. So 3, 4 years, sometimes even 5 years. But after that, mamas don't make milk, right?
Yes.
No. Now think, connect, use logic. When do milch cattle, at what period of time in their life do milch cattle produce milk?
When their babies are born.
When their babies are born. That's all. Because milk is the food for babies. Human milk is the food for human babies. Cow milk is the milk. That's the point. Think about it. Is that fair? Human milk is food for human babies. Cow milk is food for calves. Baby cows. Calves. And the mother cow makes milk only when the calf is born. Which means, and also it's not for 3-4 years like humans. The time period is much shorter. Because, नहीं आप छोड़ दीजिए, ये disturbance नहीं चाहिए. Because, unlike human, आप उसे कट कर दीजिए, नहीं चाहिए प्लीज.
मैंने वो ऑलरेडी कट किया हुआ है.
चेक या नहीं अभी फिर से हाँ फिर से फीडबैक आ रहा है. लेवल कम कर दीजिए बस कैमरा के लिए ना. हाँ
इसका फीडबैक आ रहा है ना. कौन सा ये मैम.
चेक लेवल कम करने से नहीं आएगा ना. हाँ वो भी ऑफ है. अभी वो ऑफ है ना. हाँ अभी ठीक है. Thank you. Unlike human babies, animal babies become independent much sooner. A baby goat or a baby deer or a baby calf gets up and walks half an hour after it is born. Do you guys know that? You know this. So, they start getting their own food. They start grazing faster. So, a mother cow does not produce milk for years. It's only for the first couple of months and over. If somebody has a cow and it makes milk only for 2 months after the baby is born, first of all, we're taking the milk away from the baby. Baby doesn't get enough milk. Every mother produces just enough milk for their baby. So we are taking the baby cow's milk away. 1. 2.
After 2 months, what happens? What do they do with the cow? The cow is not making any money. What do they do? Sell it, and what will the buyer use the cow for? Meat. So, a cow will have a baby. For 2 months, we will steal her milk, and then she will be sold and killed. That's okay. But even as horrible as that sounds, the truth is even worse. We ensure that the mother cow has 2 babies a year. How many babies do human mothers have? 1, 2, 3 max. Huh? And they're done with that. How difficult is pregnancy? How difficult is childbirth? But a cow, just because we want milk, has to be pregnant twice a year, every year, for its life. And it doesn't have freedom. It's tied up all the time. It doesn't get to run free like we have our freedom. And then ultimately, when it's so tired and so ill and its body is so broken, it's sold and killed and eaten. I think this sounds horrible. And this is why, and where does milk come from? Milk is produced in the body, no? Produced by what we eat. It's an organic product. It is an animal product. Just because we don't see blood, it doesn't mean milk is not an animal product. Now tell me, is there a difference between vegan and vegetarian? If you're vegetarian, that means you don't eat animals or animal products. Anybody has a counterpoint? Tell me. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Thank you. So I am vegetarian, which means I don't eat dairy. Huh? अभी अभी बात किए थे vegan और vegetarian में फर्क क्या है? Milk again is an animal product. But you're entitled to your opinion. This is my opinion. Whether my argument can convince you and you still believe that vegan is separate from vegetarian, doesn't matter. Just be vegan. That's all. Anyway, now coming to this. In Maharashtra, how many game sanctuaries, forest reserves do we have?
Tadoba, Chanderi, two of them will be.
Tadoba, Chanderi. What else?
Gorwada.
So many, right? And they're very important. Why are they important?
It is only the shelter for the animals.
Why are they important?
Because in the today's there is no more jungles in the cities, and it is only a reserve where all animals can stay, live natural in the natural habitat.
Absolutely. Now, just south of Maharashtra, there's a state. What is that state called? Karnataka. And in Karnataka, obviously we are on the west coast. We have the Western Ghats running along, right? Now, the Western Ghats in Karnataka, in a place called Chikmagalur, is the widest it is. It's the widest part of the Western Ghats, which is at Chikmagalur. And that area is the most biodiverse in all of India. What is biodiverse?
हमारे सारे अलग अलग कल्चर्स हैं फिर भी हम साथ में रहते हैं वैसे ही they all are living together. They are different kinds of
Biodiversity. What is biodiversity? नहीं, आप जो बोले थे डाइवर्सिटी के बारे में वो तो सही था. बायोडाइवर्सिटी क्या होता है? Oh, na baba. I love what you guys are saying. It's very sweet. It's very, very nice. Biodiversity means biological diversity, which is very many different species living together. What are animals? Examples. What else? Okay, so domestic and wild animals. But I wanted examples which you said cow, tiger. Ladies, I need to hear from you, man. Women's voices have to be loud. What is this?
Tiger, lions, cows, buffaloes, camels.
Centipede? centipede, millipede, earthworm. What are they? What are centipede, millipede, earthworm? What are pigeon, crow, sparrow? What is Nemo? You haven't seen Finding Nemo? Okay, Nemo is a fish. But you guys know there are all of these. The cow, tiger, lion, pigeon, crow, earthworm, fishy, snake, frog, they are all animals. Everybody falls under the kingdom Animalia. And after that come the various genus, species, families. So birds are animals, fish are animals, reptiles are animals, amphibians are animals, animals are animals. Beasts. So the way you differentiate is birds, beasts, 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 insects, reptiles, amphibians, fish, blah, blah, blah. They are all animals. Okay? And which is fauna and flora, which you would have learned, mugged up and written in some exam. Correct? In this Chikmagalur area of the Western Ghats, there are the maximum number of different species of animals and plants. But people being no, I have to tell you this also. The UNESCO has declared it a World Heritage Site. Why has it declared it a World Heritage Site? One, it needs to be protected because it is so biodiverse. Species that are not found anywhere else in the world are found there, both plants and animals. And this, unless it is protected, because of human greed, not need. Need and greed are different. We need food. We like candy. As kids, candy is a need, okay? For kids, it's a need. For us, it's greed. But because of poaching, that is hunting of animals, that too illegally. Actually, hunting itself is illegal. I don't understand why illegal hunting. Anyway, murdering animals, cutting down trees, plants, all of that is the reason why this needs to be protected. Yes or no? Why? Why not just let people kill all of this and cut trees? We need trees for windows. We need trees for tables. We need all of that. People eat meat. People like to wear fur. People like to wear leather. So why should we protect these? You tell me why we should protect these.
Protected.
Yes, definitely we should protect our forest because if the forest is not there, then we all are not getting not getting a cool air. The environment will not clean. Yes, the transpiration process will not happen, which helps to brings rain. So everywhere we could able to see, and most of the animals are not getting their natural habitat. Yes. And all over there is a barren land. Yes, which is very difficult, and maybe happens a climate. Yes.
Take it, no?
Ma'am, if there are no animals, there would be no process of the exchange of gases. Like the plants give us carbon oxygen, they take carbon dioxide and give us oxygen. This will not happen. And all the points, ma'am, tell this. They are all independent on each other.
Yes, all dependent, interdependent. Don't turn it off. Yes, all processes. The world is a fine balance. Unless we have all the different species of animals and plants, we will not have a balanced world. Because we have thrown it off balance is why we have climate change. Rains come when they want right now. Earlier there used to be a pattern of rain. And without rain there is no life. Without trees there is no life. Without animals none of this happens. Because even for trees and plants to grow, animals need to disperse seeds. The bees
not only the bee is so important. Do you know elephants actually create forests every time they poop? Elephant caca is awesome because they eat so many plants every day. Wherever they walk and they do caca, they're planting seeds. And the caca is fertilizer. Every animal does this. Every animal helps the world flourish. And unless all of it is there, we cannot live. So even as selfish humans, for our own selfish survival itself, we should protect it. Even if not for the love of nature. But of course, the world belongs to everybody, not just us. We're only one species. Everybody else was born on the same earth. Yes or no? We shouldn't say it only belongs to us. Just because we have this power of technology and extra smartness and all of that, we cannot say the world is only ours. And because we are more intelligent as we claim, shouldn't we be kinder? Kinder to the weaker people, to those who are weaker. Why do we protect our babies? Because they are weaker, no? So if we are so big and so smart and better than everybody else, then we're stronger, which means we should protect everybody. This is what I think. Anybody else think different? No? Oh, cool. I like that. Therefore, this is a protected site, but so many species are endangered. What's a natural animal? What's a nat? The lion. Ayayo. Which country are you from? Singapore. Singapore, I know. Whatever you done. हाँ जी, हाँ जी, दोनों यूज कर लेती हूँ, रहने दो ये भी. प्रेस मीट में जो देते हैं ना, 15 मैक्स देते हैं एक ही साथ, कोई नहीं. And somebody, and it's the lion, no? Somebody said lion, no? You know that it's an endangered species? Our national animal. Isn't that a shame? Have you guys heard of the lion-tailed macaque? Somebody find it in Summer of Heroes. Actually, turn the book itself. Can you see a back cover? Can you see somebody there? What is the lion-tailed macaque? The lion-tailed macaque is an old world monkey. It's an old world monkey. What's an old world monkey? ना बाबा. अंत नहीं हुआ. अंत में जो पूंछ है ना, वो नहीं होगा. दे दो बाबू. Give me that. Okay, so the lion-tailed macaque is an old world primate which does not have the prehensile tail that the New World monkeys have. We are the best monkeys of all, human monkeys, zero tail. Forget long tail, short tail, prehensile, non-prehensile. Now this monkey is endangered. You know, there is this huge bird that sounds like a train engine starting. I don't know if you guys would have heard that train engine, a locomotive. They won't have heard, no, ma'am. Do you guys know steam engine? Steam, yeah? You know. Have you heard it start? Join me. Let's make this sound. Louder. This is still too soft. But it's huge loud. It's really loud. And that's how the great Indian hornbill sounds. And this is a huge bird. But because of climate change, again, these guys are also getting endangered. There's a frog that dances called the torrent frog. It's a dancing frog. It'll actually stand and dance. That frog is also getting endangered. Do you know the dhupa tree? Where we get our dhoop from? Dhoop, agarbatti, dhoop, the resin. That grows in Chikmagalur. That is also getting extinct. They're all endangered. There's something called the IUCN, the International Union for Conservation of Nature. every year they release something called a red list, which is country specific. There they make a note of all the animals and plants in each country that is getting endangered. Basically to say, hey guys, wake up, what's wrong with you? You're running your country, save your creatures, save your plants. So there are so many animals that are on the IUCN red list in Chikmagalur. But because we come from such an awesome country, and how awesome it is it's kind of captured in this song. How many of you know Vande Mataram? Can we sing it? Vande Mataram Subhalam Sufalam Malayaj Sheetalam Yasya Shamalan Mataram Vande Mataram Subrajosam Pulakitayamini Pullakusumita Drumadhala Shobhini Subhashini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadham Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram. Goosebumps. That's how beautiful our country is. See, I don't need to give you guys a translation of this, which I would have had to do if I were somewhere south of the Vindhyas. You guys know what each one of these words mean, no? Such a beautiful nation with so many resources, with so much beauty, so much richness. As adults, we have screwed up so bad. We are terrible. We have messed up this world for you. We are giving you a broken world. We are sorry. We are sorry. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, because now it becomes your job to heal this world. Because tomorrow you guys will run this world. Whether it's businesses that your parents will give you or businesses that you will start. Whether it's a profession that you will inherit or professions that you will get into. This world will be run by all of you tomorrow. This broken world. You have to heal it. Will you heal it? And you will leave it better than you found it, no? For the generations that come after you. Unlike what we did. So, that's what these guys do. Zoe and Alex and Rita and Scruffy and Oliver. Now, Zoe always wanted to be a detective. And she became one. Because she found a mystery right on her doorstep. How many of you want to be detectives? Nobody, huh? Small mysteries. So something goes missing, you don't want to solve it. Huh? You don't know? You're saying it for me, no? But I love you, thank you. Well, Zoe wanted to be a detective and she became a detective and she found things from lost pencils to exposing fake kings. Scruffy was always a very, very helpful little pup. When he was very small itself, he helped animals that were huge and dangerous. And he was so good at it and he was so kind and so genuine that the 100-plus-year-old weasel yokai Hitso, who was magical, blessed by the great kind spirit, came and blessed Scruffy with superpowers. And so also Scruffy's best friend, Oliver the mouse. Now Zoe also wanted a puppy always, of her very own. But no shopping. Animals are not things to be bought and sold. They are not commodities. So Zoe adopted Scruffy. But she doesn't know Scruffy is super. It's a secret. Only Scruffy and Oliver. She does not even know Oliver is living in her house with Scruffy. Imagine a mouse in a house and you don't know. House. Scruffy and Oliver, they are charged with going across the world and saving animals that need help. So they help kidnapped animals escape. You know, these exotic animals that are kidnapped. They stop circuses. They save endangered animals like the lapwing and also right here at Chikmagalur because Zoe's parents are divorced, okay, poor thing. But kind of common right now. Zoe lives with her mother in Switzerland, and her father Jay lives here in Bangalore. So she comes to spend her 1 month of summer. Summer holidays are split. It's actually kind of fun being a kid of divorce because you get everything twice. It's also hard being a child of divorce because you don't get your parents together at the same time. But Zoe has insisted that for her birthdays, everybody has to be together. And she also says, it's actually better my parents are divorced because now they're better as friends. When they were married, they were always fighting. So, she's a happy trooper. She comes here to Bangalore for her summer holidays. As soon as she lands with Rita and Alex. Rita is half Arab, half French. Her father works with Doctors Without Borders. Alex is German. He's from Switzerland. But these three become best friends there when Zoe goes there. They land here. Alex, of course, is very surprised because everybody is speaking 111 a different language. He thinks that all of us speak all the Indian languages and he wonders how. Jay, that is Zoe's father, says, no, we all have our mother tongue. Actually, what is mother tongue? Our state language or the language that our parents know. So that is mother's tongue. What is father's tongue? Father's tongue is father's tongue. Anyway, so these guys they solve a mystery in a wedding. Somebody comes and steals jewelry from all the babies. They catch him. Then they solve the mystery of the missing records with one pineapple and a bucket of fried. Then they go to Chikmagalur. And in Chikmagalur, they help catch smugglers. Now while Zoe is here, Scruffy always watches out for her. She doesn't know he's super. Now he can fly. Okay? But Oliver cannot fly from Switzerland all the way to India. Oliver would be fatigued. I mean, imagine traveling in the open. So they come by plane. They refuse to take sleeping medicines while they're sitting in the cargo. So when they come out of the plane, they'll leave. Yeah. Anyway, so they help save those baby tigers that you saw open from poachers. They help catch the poachers, and they have to do this all in secret without any of the humans knowing that they are super. That is what they do. They also meet a very interesting character called the Dream Teacher. Now, the Dream Teacher walks in people's dreams, and if they do something terrible to an animal, the Dream Teacher makes them dream of it 20 times worse, and then they're kind forever. He meets Sunshine the cat, and a whole bunch of things. But at the end of the day, it culminates in them saving the animals in the Badra Reserve Forest, and Scruffy and Oliver coming back to help them set up fauna, which means forest animals united, not alone. Attention span over? Finished? Must be finished here by now. Attention span is 30 minutes. After that, any topic gets boring. Yes or no? Really? Eh? Thank you so much. I really love all the love that you have for me. Very, very kind of you. No, but second breakfast ka time ho gaya. Abhi, as far as those tigers are concerned, the tiger cubs that they save, they take to a very special tiger. This tiger is a cousin of a tiger, a real life tiger from Ranthambore. Give me, Babu, I get it. In Ranthambore forest, there was a tiger called Zalim. And Zalim was also called Dollar. He had a pen name, like me. My name is Mamati Chari, but I have a pen name called Maya Spark. This series I write as Maya Spark. My Fury of the Forgotten is already out, what ma'am said. That I write as Maya Spark. Kurant for Kids is already out, what ma'am said. That I write as Mamati Chari. My Tamil books I write as Mamati Chari. My new books that are coming out now, I write as Mamati. Only 2 series I write as Maya Spark. But Tiger T25 from Ranthambore Forest also has a pseudonym Dollar because he has a dollar sign on his bum. But he's no more, unfortunately. He lived a very long time. And he adopted 2 orphan babies. A male. Tigresses adopt very rarely. That is a female. Tigers adopting is very, very unique. And remember, his name is Zalim. Zalim का मतलब क्या होता है? Cruel. He was a terror tiger because he used to randomly beat up other animals and people. Zalim तो जालिम ही था. But he adopted Beena 1 and Beena 2 and brought them up so well. He was a kind father. So, यहाँ पे जो tiger आता है, ये वाला tiger. This tiger is Zalim's cousin. What does Zalim's cousin do is something you'll have to see. And this is the story in Summer of Heroes. Solving mysteries, saving animals, and having fun while doing it. Does it sound interesting? You're saying it only for me? Promise? Do you want to read it? I'll send a copy to your school library for sure. But apart from that, it's also available at the bookstore. This and Fury and Kural. All my books are there. There's Tanmay at the bookstore. You can ask him. If you want to pick it up, do pick it up. I will sign it for you. Even if you don't want to pick it up or you haven't been sent with enough money to pick it up, it will be there in your school library so you can go read it again. All of that works. But just read and have fun. Step out in the sun. Go outside and play. Go into nature. Do stuff like that. Otherwise, childhood is boring, yeah. You guys think it may not be boring. Getting your knees scraped, climbing trees, all of that is needed. Then you grow up to be non-zalims. Any questions? Why? Questions are very important. No question, no curiosity. No curiosity, no fun. Adults have questions? Pass. Such well-behaved children, ma'am. And such so kind. All of you. Not only do I include all the flora and fauna, but I also have little fact boxes called No More. And in each No More, there will be details on all the endangered animals on the IUCN Red List, which appear in the book as characters. Now, the thing is, when you write children's... Okay, this answer might be a little boring, but bear with me, okay? For us, it won't be boring. I think children's literature has to be more evolved and more nuanced than writing for adults. Because this is their first exposure to a whole bunch of things in the world. They're fresh to the world, they're new. And what we give them forms part of their emotional matrix. Which means we have to be very careful with what we put in there. Which also means we have to put in as much as possible in the most fun way possible. I don't want to teach. But there are things that can go into their minds and hearts. And when it goes into the heart, it's emotional nature. And every author is responsible to write every good author is responsible to write at least one good work for children because it's important. That's why I'm Thank you. No, the second breakfast. They're part of the journey. They're super active. There's something happening. Some plan jo ho raha hai. So their mind is also there. But that's the problem with adults. Because we were kids.
Okay.
It is working, ma'am. It's working. It's really low.
Is there any questions from your side? No? Oh my God. I was really in the group of intellectual people today. I'm really happy to have been here. And ma'am, you're so chirping and so intelligent. and very much witty. I would really love to read your books, and I want the book signed by you for my kid. I really want my kid should go through the book. She also indulged herself in reading the books and involved herself in the world you have created. I'm really thankful to have you been here for the beautiful and enriching segment. The way you involved every kid in your discussion part was really nice. I really thanks to you to have been here in the OCLF 2024 6th edition powered by Raisoni Foundation. And I would really like to thank our partner, Times of India, for empowering this session for sixth edition of Orange City Literature Fest 2024. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day ahead. I'm really thankful to have Miss Mamati Chari for this beautiful session. I would really looking forward to have you again, ma'am, in the next session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.